Anime games. I love me some anime games. But the more and more as I get older and realize more and more about corporations, I'm realizing more and more that anime games are cash grabs. Anime games' whole purpose is to put out content to capitalize off an anime or capitalize off an anime about to come out. And sometimes, and by most of the time I mean, they don't put the game through enough development or they rush the game out and it's not to the standards that a normal game should be. But because it's an anime game, they get allowed to do that because people are gonna buy it anyway. And some games like that, like sometimes as an anime fan, you get trapped. Sometimes you're just like, you just want to play the game because it has your favorite characters in it. Like I was so close to buying that One Punch Man game because I like One Punch Man, but I realized that game is not good and I shouldn't waste my money on this. But the future of anime games is becoming bigger and bigger because not only are we getting games on consoles, we're also getting games on mobile devices. And the amount of mobile games that came out for anime in the past 5 years is insane. We have Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho, Danmachi, we have JoJo, we have Naruto. There's so many anime games that are coming out. There's even a One Punch Man game that's Japan only that I didn't even know about until yesterday. Don't you think that these mobile anime games are also cash grabs? Even though I love these mobile anime games, I want to talk about what are the good things about mobile anime games, but also the bad things, like the things that are scary. The things about like spending money on a mobile game, because a lot of these games have microtransactions, gacha elements. If you don't spend on the gacha elements a lot of the time, and if you beat all of the in-game story stuff, all the free-to-play currency stuff in the game, you have to eventually spend money or wait for them to give you free stuff. Like for example, in Dokkan Battle, if you grind all the story missions, all the event missions, all the anything, all the missions that are in the game and get all the stones, the way you can get stones is waiting for more events to drop or for free-to-play stones to get dropped or to spend money, which would be fine. The scary thing about these mobile games compared to like anime games on consoles, that these mobile games can get shut down at any time. And if they get shut down, you don't get a refund. You don't get your stuff back. There's no physical construct for you to have. So I want to talk about that. Leave a like, subscribe to see more content like this, and hit that bell by posting consistently. I'm going to be talking about some anime games that I like, and some anime games I didn't like, and some anime games that just I want to talk about, but also the scary things, like I said, about these mobile games and the future of mobile games and why it could be exciting, but also very, very scary. Before we start the video, I want to give a shout out to my friend Leo, who made the channel background that you're seeing right now. This channel background has Josuke on it, which is my favorite JoJo, and it just looks super, super, super good. I'm going to link down all of his stuff, his Instagram, his TikTok in the description. If you want him to make you a background like this, or a background, or an edit, like hit him up and commission him. He did an amazing job, and it looks amazing. It looks really, really good. But let's get back into the video. So once again, I want to start this video by telling you guys that I am a mobile anime game player. I do play a lot of mobile anime games. Right now, I'm currently playing the most. I play a lot of Dokkan Battle, Bleach Brave Souls. I dropped Dragon Ball Legends, Fire Emblem Heroes. I play Bang Dream and stuff like that. But I've also played other games like Danmachi. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I played JoJo Diamond Records, if y'all remember that. Like, there's a lot of mobile games that I constantly like shuffle out. Like, one thing I'm learning when you play these mobile games, because all these mobile games have gacha elements and have ways that you can summon units, and one thing I'm learning is that when you play these games, you need to shuffle them out. Like, you need to constantly play different games, because if you don't, you're gonna get really bored, burnt out, and then you're gonna stop playing all gacha games. Like me, I usually play games that are doing a celebration, because when a game's doing a celebration or a big event, usually that's where you get the most content to do, the most free-to-play things to do, ways that you can summon the most without spending money. That's usually how I play these games. Like, I spend money sometimes on these games, but it's always on games that I know has a long future. For example, Dokkan Battle just is on its 8th year anniversary, and they've already said they're going to keep going for at least 2 more years for the 10th year anniversary. And Dragon Ball Legends, I spent money on Dragon Ball Legends when I was super deep on it, because I know it's Dragon Ball. And one thing about Dragon Ball is that Dragon Ball is one of the biggest IPs in the world. Not just one of the biggest anime IPs, but one of the biggest IPs in the world. So I know it's going to last a very long time. So I felt comfortable spending money on it. But I wouldn't spend money on something like 7 Deadly Sins game. Even though that game's very successful, I don't know if it's ever going to shut down. Or Danmachi. Or I'm glad I didn't spend money on that JoJo game. Or all those Tokyo Ghoul games. Yeah, let's talk about it. There are so many shut down anime games. Like, all the Naruto shutdown games. There's Naruto Blazing that's shut down, which I believe was the best Naruto mobile game. And there was Naruto the Boruto. I think it was Shinobi Tribes. That game, I did not like that game at all. And they shut that down as well. And most of the time, these games get shut down because of sales. Like either they're not making as much money as they used to, or they want to give like attention to a new game. And when Dragon Ball Legends was getting like shown, people were scared that was gonna happen to Dokkan, but no, that didn't happen. They decided to let both games run at the same time. But that's rare. That's rare for these anime games to like keep 2 games for one series running at the same time. Like JoJo did it. There was a JoJo Chibi game and there was JoJo Diamond Records, but both of them end up getting shut down. So it's rare for like anime series to have 2 like anime games running at the same time. And that's the scary part. That's the scary part about these anime games, is that they can get shut down at any time, and there's no refund on the money you spent on the game. Any money you spent on the game is solidified. So if you spent like $5,000, $10,000, you're not getting that back. For some people, it's fine. Like, for example, there's YouTubers out there that make content on these anime games, and they make double, triple the money that they would spend on the game, which is fine. But for people that are just playing games that they just like, it's scary. Like, that Yu Yu Hakusho game I talked about, that game was super, super cool. That I liked it. Even though it was only JP only, I still liked it. But it's ending February 21st, 2023. Like, that game's going to be gone forever. And even if you play on Android and you download an APK for it, these games require people to be on servers. That's the scary part. Like, if you could play the game offline, even if they're not dropping new events, that'd be cool, but you can't do that because all these games require an internet connection and require a server to get on. And I think that's the scary part about these anime games. Like, for example, console anime games, like, even though some of them might shut down the online, you can still play it like locally or offline. Like Jump Force, I don't think Jump Force's internet is gone, but you can't buy the game anymore digitally or like spend money to buy the DLC characters. But you can still play the game. There's still a physical representation of the game. It still exists. It's still alive. And I feel like that's the scary part about these mobile games, that they won't have a future or any like representation or something to make people remember besides YouTube videos or looking it up on Google and finding the wiki. And that's the scary part. Like all those Tokyo Ghoul games, that all sucked. I'm a big Tokyo Ghoul fan. I did not like those games. Those games all sucked. They were really bad. But people played it like me because I'm a Tokyo Ghoul fan. And that's the problem with anime games, that they're cash grabs sometimes. And by sometimes, I mean all the time. But those games are gone. And they only lasted like maybe 2 or 3 years. And they're gone. You can't download it no more. You can't find it anymore. If you're on Android, you find an APK for it. Like, you can download the APK, but there's no server to join. So you can't even play it. It's a dead game. It's a useless game. And that's sad. Like, I hate that that's like the sad future of anime games on mobile. Is that one day it's gonna die and there's gonna be no representation, no way for you to play it, no way to like have fun again with it, because it requires a server, and that is scary and that kind of sucks. So like I said, I want to talk about more things that are good. The one things that I liked about anime games, I do like the gacha elements. I do like summoning for units. That's one of my things that I like. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! And I love like summoning on card packs. I love going like, I don't even like the Pokemon card game, like playing it, but I used to like buying cards and summoning and seeing if I can pull like a cool looking card. And I do like that all these mobile games have that gacha element of just summoning, but I feel like a lot of these games are using it more as a cash grab and using it unfair or having bad rates. Like we can make a whole video about how mobile games have like the biggest cash grab because of how bad the rates are. Like a lot of mobile games have 3% rates, which I think is like the legal minimum, but that's so bad. 3% is such a bad rate. Like, I play Dokkan probably the most because I feel like Dokkan's the most fair with its like summoning system, because it's a 10% rate and every multi you get a guaranteed SSR character. But you know how rare that is for mobile games to do that? Like, I remember, I think Naruto Blazing was like the last mobile game where I was like, the rates are actually really, really good. I think Danmachi also had good rates. Like, correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. Like, tell me more games that had like really good rates. But a lot of these games don't have good rates. And not having good rates, I don't see a purpose of playing a game that has terrible rates, or they don't have free-to-play options, or it's like super pay-to-play heavy. Like Bleach Brave Souls. Bleach Brave Souls, I think the rates are like 3%, but in that game, it has a permanent free-to-play system, because in that game, when you level up your characters, you get orbs from doing it permanently. That doesn't happen in a lot of other games. I don't know a lot of other games where forever, as long as the game is going on, if you pull a new character and as long as you level them up and rank them up, you will get orbs, and you get a lot of orbs from leveling up one character. So even though the rates are like not the best or the lowest or the highest, they still like give you like multiple opportunities to pull units, and you're not gonna ever hit like a plateau in the game. And I think that's a great thing, and I think that's fine. That excuses sometimes the low rates, and they even increase the rates a lot of time to like 8%. So I'm not super like, I got some leeway on Bleach Brave Souls, but I still think games nowadays, especially in 2023, most of these mobile games should have 10% rates. And the reason they don't want to have 10% rates because they don't want people to pull the units so easily, and they want people to spend money like that. Like they want you to do 200 summons to pull one unit. Like most of these anime games have a pity system where like if you summon a certain amount of times, you'll pull a unit, but the amount of summons they want you to do are like 200 summons. It's either 200 singles or it's like 20 multis. Like it has to equal up to 200 summons, and that's a lot. That's so much. That's so much money, especially how expensive these games are. It just tells me that this game's a cash grab, and which we already know because anime games are all cash grabs. But like, it's so like they do not care. They don't think like, oh man, like people are gonna buy it anyway. And some of these canceled games are like proof that like people aren't just gonna buy it anyway, and you need to actually like put effort into your mobile game and not like try to force people to always buy stuff, because not everyone's gonna buy stuff. Like I don't really spend a lot of money anymore on mobile games. I just try to go free to play, unless like for me I just have to pull the unit, but it's always for like Dokkan. Dokkan's like the only game where I feel comfortable spending money on. That might be one of the reasons that Naruto Blazing like died. One of the reasons why these JoJo games died. One of the reasons that freaking that Saint Seiya game died. Why that Kingdom Hearts Union X game died. I actually like that game a lot. I was surprised that game got deleted, but that game got deleted. Sword Art Online Memory Defrag. I remember seeing videos on that. And like I said, Naruto to Boruto, Ninja Strives. I didn't like that game, but that game got canceled. The Tokyo Ghoul game. There's just so many games that get canceled. That might be one of the reasons that like people just start spending money on the game, and they're just like, oh, people don't care anymore. And I'm like, the way that you can get people to spend more money on your game is if you don't try to show so much that it's a cash grab, like have better events, better gameplay styles, and also like better rates on summoning, because people are having fun summoning on a game if they can pull the new unit. If they can't pull the new unit, not everyone has the money to just spend $2,000 on a banner, and that's not fun. Like going on a mobile game and not pulling a unit that you really need for the meta for the game, or just to have fun with a character, it makes the game like 1,000 times less fun. And I don't think these companies realize that. Some of them do. Like I feel like Dokkan does know that. They still try to make money off of it, but like having 10% rates, and then also having the coin system and allowing people to save up to eventually get a unit that they want anyway, Dokkan realizes that the funnest thing about their game is summoning for units. So I think that they're doing a pretty good job right now. But that's just one thing I'm scared about for mobile games. And also all mobile games trying to do the whole top down, like the Bleach Brave Souls type of thing, where it's like top down, you move the character. It's like a Dynasty Warriors thing. I'm so tired of that gameplay style. Like, I feel bad for Bleach Brave Souls because I love Bleach Brave Souls, but there'll be times I don't even want to play it because, you know, it's that same gameplay style. Like, the Tokyo Ghoul games had that same gameplay style. Diamond Records had that same gameplay style until randomly they updated the game and made it basically like an RPG randomly. There's so many games that have that just gameplay style, where it's either anime games that are just you stand there and you just like press buttons, that it's like an RPG, or it's the top-down Dynasty Warriors beat 'em up. I'm so tired of it. I'm super tired of it. I think that's one reason why I do like Dokkan Battle a lot, because it is a lot more different from other mobile games. It's the color popping, but the game's actually really complex and has a meta. Like, you can't just press the buttons and then you're gonna win. Like, you actually have to play the game and strategize. And also Legends, it probably has some of the most unique fighting I've seen on mobile games. Like, I don't think there's any other game that I've seen that looks like that or plays like that. That's what I think. I think mobile games just need to stop. Not like the rates need to be better. They need to do better gameplay styles or new gameplay styles. We also need to be cautious that these games could end at any time. But there's a future. Like, that Full Metal Alchemist game looks pretty cool. That Black Clover game looks pretty cool. There's a lot of cool stuff coming out, but like I said, these games are not permanent, and that's the sad part, that they can end at any time, and I believe that is the problem with anime mobile games. But let me know what you think down below. Let me know about any anime games that you used to play, that you loved, that you forgot about, that shut down, or anime games you're playing right now. Like, let me know any mobile games you're playing right now, or any anime that you want to get good mobile games. Like, I think Jujutsu Kaisen's gonna get one. I'm pretty sure Chainsaw Man's gonna eventually get one. So let me know down below what you guys think. Leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and hit that bell button posted consistently. And I'm gonna see you guys next time. Peace. Once again, shout out to Leo for the channel banner, and go check him out. Check his stuff down below.